And hi guys, it's your favorite caster, obviously, because you're watching me. You guys are amazing. Thanks for watching me. We're here for the next round of the Kiwi Challenge series. Just quick plugins here, just like I like to do at the beginning of my videos, just to give shout outs for things that are coming forward or what's going on in the future. Where I'll be away next week. I will not be doing Pool C or D, but I'm trying to find someone to fill in for me, because I will be in Melbourne at PAX and at PubStomp, and I've got that information on your screen here. Just quickly, if you want to support those guys, go along to their links that you can see on your screen right there. Another plugin for the Barcraft guys or the guys or the company gamers. If you don't know who the company gamers are, they're a group of dedicated individuals who have sort of set aside time to try and promote the electronic sports scene in New Zealand. They've been very, very successful with the work that they have done on with StarCraft 2 and the work they have done on League of Legends, and they're now wanting to apply that to the work they want to do with Dota 2. And they've done some good, successful events in the past. They haven't done anything in a little while, but they're planning to do something very, very soon. So go along to www.barcraft.net. There's a link there somewhere with an email address. Click, email that guy, let him know, announce yourself to him, let him know that you're interested in competing in any events or any things that they have coming up in the future, because they will add you to their mailing list. And yeah, supporting those guys, I think, is the kind of the way of the future for esports in general in New Zealand. In terms of this event, this is an unsanctioned cast for the Kiwi Challenge Series 2 that is run by Dota 2 New Zealand. That is a casual group of guys running an event. If you want to support them in the work that they're doing, because it is good work, go along to www.facebook.com/Dota2 New Zealand. Click like them all. Likes, they have them all pulling power they have in terms of being able to run future events and get sponsors. Quick plug in there for Southern Cross Dota. Southern Cross Dota is a community hub. If you are looking to get into casting yourself, or you want to run some events, or you want some help with any of those things that I've just said, go along to them, watch their VODs, or click onto their forums and sign up and ask the questions on how you do different bits and pieces. Somebody there will be friendly enough to come and give you help, because they're trying to just grow the community. They don't really care that you're trying to compete with whoever in whatever event. They just want the community to sort of be centralized. So that's the place that you want to go to promote your events or learn to promote events. This is round 3 of Pool B. It is Team TK versus Team SA Silent Assassins. We've seen both of these teams play in the 2 previous rounds, in the 2 previous games just today. We're midway through today's games, and I do have with me, yet again, one the guy I've had with me for a number of casts now. It is Averill.
What's up, man? We're watching another 2 teams that we've seen previously before, so we got a little bit of background now to work with, and it's good rewatching teams and watching them play different teams. So it's always going to be interesting. And I believe SA just finished up their game, so they're pretty fresh. They just had a game. They definitely warmed up. Hopefully looking for a better result.
Yeah, obviously in that previous game didn't go exactly their way. We did see some strong play coming out of the I think it was Wang Wang who played on the Night Stalker, and I can't remember if it was Fluffy or I Just Killed You that was playing the Windrunner, but one of those were playing the Windrunner, and we saw some good plays coming out of them. So they still have potential here to sort of pull out a win of their hat, which they need if they want to go through to the final round or the final event. Whereas TK very strong. Those who are following my cast know them as Rambo, is their previous name. TK. I want to say that this is the KT, bro. Yeah, KT. Probably this, from my perspective, I'm rooting for them. I'm pretty sure they've got this in the bag. It's their game to lose, but it all comes down to plays. It all comes down to drafts, and we've already started drafting. Tell us about the draft.
Well, Mag Lifesteal, Batrider, Alchemist. You couldn't have picked a more standard kind of ban phase at the moment. It does leave Nyx Assassin open. It does leave Coddle in the pool. It does leave Wisp in the pool, and Treant's been picked up already. So, it's a good pickup. I like it. And now we got tree versus tree, but a tree on tree action. Nature's Prophet's gone as well. Picked up by Silent Avengers. They must have a plan going on here. Darkseer is your next pickup. That's always going to be good. The hero that I forgot to mention, actually, Darkseer is another one of those top pickups. So,
wow.
Yeah, still a lot of heroes open.
A lot of pushing potential just in those 2 pickups, Nature's Prophet and Darkseer, both going to really push. Well, we may see let's see if they can capitalize on that. Let's see if they can get their early game push, because, the push all the way through the phases, because, no one really out pushes a Nature's Prophet, maybe a Darkseer. So if they pick up a Jug just to sort of secure the deal, this may be a very fast game.
It could be, but it opens you up to the counter pushes. It sort of does open you up to counter pushes. Windrunner is going to be a pickup for KT, so it offers you a little bit of counter push. Not incredible. Windrunner's an okay hero. I'm not really thinking Windrunner's an amazing hero to pick up this early on, especially when there's just so many other good picks at the moment. You got Nyx Assassin, you got Wisp, you got Queen of Pain's gone. You had Coddle in the pool. There you go. If you want to counter push, you've got Coddle. If you want push, you got Coddle. Seems like Coddle is the hero to pick or ban at this stage for one of these teams. If you're gonna go for the push or the counter push.
Well, hopefully they can hear you because I agree that if one of them pick up Coddle, they can do the push or counter push quite comfortably. It can counter off a little bit of the pushing power that this Nature's Prophet and Darkseer present on the table, but I don't think either team are going to pick up Coddle. I don't think it's a hero that they think will synergize with their current lineups. Although, and saying that, we do often quite see the tree with the Coddle in a trialing with somebody else. But that Queen of Pain ban and that Rubik ban, I'm not sure about those bans. Queen of Pain is always very good to ban because she has that flexibility to dominate the runes. But Rubik at this stage, would you have banned a Rubik as Silent Avengers?
Look, I mean, there's probably something that they're waiting to pick up right now. Usually, when you ban out a Rubik, it's because you've got heroes where you don't want Rubik to steal the spells from. At the moment, you got Nature's Prophet, you got Darkseer. Rubik can kind of pick up some nice skills there, but really, if you're banning out the Rubik, you're setting yourself up for like a Tidehunter pickup. You're setting yourself up for like an Enigma or a Mag pickup. Mag's already gone. Enigma's not really popular anymore, but you're setting yourself up for some sort of big ulti steal. And that's really the only reason. That's the big reason why you'd get rid of Rubik. It's not the only reason you'd get rid of Rubik because Rubik's kind of good in general, but it's a big reason why you get rid of Rubik.
And we see a much more solid ban lineup coming from SA in this particular matchup. No random Axe bans in there at all. Instead, they've picked up all of the bans being very, very tier 1. And they pick up an Invoker. Invoker probably going to be in that mid position. I'm sure you guys have something to say about that Invoker.
He's going to be in the mid position. That's what I'm going to say about the Invoker.
Invoker, I have some close friends who love to play Invoker. And I think the Invoker is one of those heroes that everyone's going to tell you there's only one build that you can do with Invoker, but he has that flexibility to tweak that build slightly all the way through the phases because
He's got about 2 builds.
See, he's got about 2 builds, and I'll have people who's telling me no, he's wrong. There's 3. There's another build that you can do, but he has that flexibility to be able to adjust, I guess, his leveling slightly based on what they're coming up against, not only hero-wise but item-wise. So if he does need, maybe he's not planning to have a particularly high level Ghost Walk, but maybe he's going to pick up that 2 or 3 levels in that just because of what the ganking potential that comes out of the other team. That's why I like Invoker because he is quite flexible.
Actually getting rid of a lot of mids at the moment. So Queen of Pain's gone, Dragon Knight's gone. Dragon Knight, is a mid that they could have, it could have been played. Batrider's obviously gone, so they're going to pick up the Puck. Puck plays pretty well against Invoker in general. The silence is really strong. I wouldn't be surprised if Puck actually built into an Orchid this game just to shut down the Invoker like really solidly. That's something that you'd probably end up seeing in this game. Otherwise, can't really say much else. Nature's Prophet's just going to do a lot of pushing. Probably going to pick up Minus into Shadow Blade. Pretty common build for Prophet at the moment. Bane's your next pickup. I like the lockdown. I like the team fight we got here. We got good push, good disruption in Darkseer, good lockdown from Bane, and good everything from Invoker. Now they just need to carry. They just need a big damage dealer to just lock it all up, a big damage dealer to just round their lineup, and they're pretty much done on SA.
Well, I just want to quickly add that, in these 2 lineups, there's still an Alchemist and still an Anti-Mage, which just gets picked up now in the pool, those being 2 of the hardest carries, and we see TK picking up that, KT picking up that Anti-Mage. I think that's... I don't know if that's well, because I'm not a fan of Anti-Mage. I just don't like how Anti-Mage can... I don't know what the word I'm searching for is, but
he's too slow and he's kind of boring.
He's so soft, and he can easily be countered if just by the right level of harassment, and that's why
he's been countered already. They have a Bane. He's already been countered. There's nothing. What does Anti-Mage do against Bane? You have a hero that shuts down a carry for like 5 seconds. That's Bane. Bane can do that. He is the hero that does that, and in my opinion, they've already shut down the Anti-Mage because the Bane's been picked up.
Very quick ban on the last ban there for Silent Avengers. That being a very smart ban, of course, in the form of a Nyx Assassin. I wouldn't have, if I was on either team, I wouldn't want to see that last slot being picked up by Nyx Assassin on either team. Although you're right, in terms of Silent Avengers needing a carry, and we see an unusual Faceless Void being picked up and being banned.
Well, KT just don't want. They don't want a really big carry to go on the SA team. I don't think they would have picked Void anyway. I think Void is just it's also too slow, and I feel like the SA team, the SA lineup so far is a lot more mid game oriented. Oh, CK, that's not a bad pickup. I think CK needs better setup, but I mean Darkseer kind of works with CK a little bit. I think CK really needs the Wisp, but CK also works on his own a little bit. It's not bad. It's not really the pickup I would have really liked. I mean, I'm thinking honestly.
This screams to me. This is going to be just a dual lane setup. This is not going to be a tri lane. This to me, just on the surface, the way I'm looking at it, says to me that it's going to be a 2-1-2.
I personally, I think they could have picked up like a PA or something, in my opinion, that would have worked really well, a lone druid. That shuts down anti-mage even more. PA is actually one of the best carry versus carry heroes, because PA has the innate evasion. PA has the massive crits, and anti-mage might be the anti-mage, but he's definitely not the anti-assassin, because PA does a lot of crit damage, a lot of auto attack damage, and in my opinion, that's really one of anti-mage's weaknesses. He's got a lot of magic resist, but he can't deal with the auto attacks, and he's got a really crappy life pool.
And that's what I don't like about anti-mage. He's just so easy. And they pick up Shadow Demon for their last spot on KT. That being a very, very smart pickup. I think Shadow Demon being very, very strong. But he's going to be fitting into this weird trailer with Tree.
He can't combo. There's no combo with the Shadow Demon, and actually Shadow Demon might hurt them more than it will help them. There just isn't anything for the Shadow Demon to combo into. So. I would have personally liked to see either another core hero or a support with a different kind of a lockdown. Throw Jakiro in there. Any other support, you could have even gone support Sven, really. And support Sven, you can build that into another core hero if you'd like to. So.
I just want to say,
nice, but
I'm very, very pleased. I'm seeing not one set, but two sets of Sentry Wards being picked up by KT. This is what I like to see in terms of ward coverage. They're going to use some Sentry Wards potentially to block, but they're going to make sure they've got plenty of Sentry Wards in that early game phase to de-ward, and that's a strong start in my opinion for this for KT.
Looks like they're going 2-1-2. They're really leaning 2-1-2. This is really interesting to me. Later on towards the game, or about 2 or 3 minutes into this game, or even straight away, I think Shadow Demon should just leave Anti-Mage to farm solo, because hell, he doesn't need any help. I think Anti-Mage has got this 1v1 against Darkseer, so Shadow Demon can just pretty much leave. I am going to say tri-lane top looks a lot stronger.
I don't necessarily agree with the anti-mage is going to be fine against Darkseer. Darkseer, those iron shells, really can inhibit the anti-mage farm, because he has to get close range, and he's got, like you've already said it twice.
Oh, but that's why you got Spell Shield.
But he's got a crappy you still take damage, and you've got a crappy life pool, and you have to then rely on getting Tranquil Boots. So I do think some protection in the form of this SD is going to be good, and being able to sort of maybe disrupt when you need to disrupt, but just this extra right-clicking onto the Iron Shell creep, I think is gonna actually work out for them.
But ideally, you want to give Anti-Mage solo, and giving Anti-Mage that solo is going to help him a lot. Yeah, and I actually think he's making a mistake by picking up level 1 and Mana Break. I think he should be getting the Spell Shield just to stop him from taking extra damage from the Ion Shell. And, top's going to go pretty well for SA, in my opinion. As soon as Nature's Prophet rotates with the Sprout, it's going to be all over for top lane.
No, I don't feel the synergy actually between the Bane and the Chaos Knight. I think while it's really, really good to have all this lockdown, he hasn't even got Nightmare first, he's got Brain Sap first. And while let's say we go to level 3, right? Even with with all this lockdown capability, I just don't see them securing the kill as easily as it sounds, as easily as it looks on paper. Because they've got this Windrunner and this tree to sort of help with counteracting that slightly.
It all comes down to the usage of the Windrun, and it actually hasn't been leveled yet. This is actually pretty smart. It hasn't been leveled yet because he wants to kind of have a look at what this lane's going to look like. Um, you know, the thing is, once you add Sprout in there, if you nightmare tree or you nightmare Windrunner and just go on the other hero, it's a kill pretty secured, quite honestly. And you probably in this situation, you probably nightmare tree, and he's got more health, and he's got the invis, and then you go on the Windrunner. You bait out the Windrun, and then you pop the stun on top, you get the Sprout on there, Windrun does nothing. It's only going to be level 1 Windrun, 2.75 seconds duration. It should be a kill if the execution's there.
And we see Poison doing what Poison does on Darkseer. I don't know why he's so scared of this Poison. He seems to be hanging back quite far, given that I think he does have a good chance up against this Anti-Mage. And you can see there, right there, Anti-Mage taking a lot of damage from that one Iron Shell. And, that's the power of those Iron Shells, and that's why I think he does need support, but he needs those global heals from the tree, which he's not getting any of just yet.
Gets it right now, though, and that's probably a good time as any.
Kind of want to have it before you go into the Iron Shells, so that you take considerably less damage, but hey, that's just my what I think about it.
As soon as Anti-Mage picks up this Ring of Health, though, I think he should be fine. He just needs he needs another level in Spell Shield, and then he needs to pick up the Ring of Health, and he should be okay in this lane. Like, the key thing for Anti-Mage is to keep denying, because it's really easy for Darkseer to just get a lot of last hits with the Iron Shell. As long as Anti-Mage keeps denying, he should be okay.
And already we're into a 3-minute mark. No early first bloods. Although this Evoker being very close a number of times, he's got that extort up, and he hasn't chosen to go for Quas for that regeneration. And it looks like it might be a pick off here if he's not careful. No, it might be the other way around. Oh, nice! This is a great play. Excellent play by Puck. She misses that Sunstrike, which would have been the first blood for SA. Meanwhile,
actually.
yeah, Omni being picked off by that Nightmare, and just to finish it off, I should say, with a Nightmare, there was a follow through in the form of a Colossus K-Spot and a Riatsi Rift earlier on, but unfortunately, this tree not being able to do anything to save him. So my prediction not coming right. In fact, they're doing okay as a 2-on-2.
Not a lot Tree could have done in that situation. Windrunner had like no health, and then on top of that, boom, Nightmare, and Nightmare does, it does okay damage, but really, even if Nightmare came off of Windrunner, all Chaos Knight needed was another last hit. He needed one more last hit. He needed one more auto attack. Bane could have also added an auto attack. That would have been easily enough damage. And on top of that, we haven't even seen Nature's Prophet come in yet. We haven't seen Nature's Prophet.
We're seeing this tree out of position
right now.
Oh wow. They dropped on the Sentry Wards. Yeah, and this is a dead tree. Very well played there by SA. Where did this team come from? Yeah, the plays in this team being so much more aggressive, much more synergized than the previous game. They've woken up to what's going on, and they're doing it very well in this early stages.
If you look at bottom lane, as I basically said, as soon as Anti-Mage picks up this Ring of Health, he's going to do extremely fine in this lane. And Darkseer's got no mana to cast Iron Shell now because Mana Break took all of that mana away. But on the Courier, here we go, 2 Clarities and a Sage Mask.
Yeah,
still looking to get that Soul Ring off.
I was going to say, this Darkseer, not going for the build that I normally go for in terms of early Soul Ring, If you're on the long lane on your own, you can generally afford not to have that healing potion, not have any Iron Branches, and just kind of focus on getting that Soul Ring, even before you've got your boots, just because you're going to end up in a scenario where you need mana, and you need that mana to be effective all the way through. As soon as you stop casting Iron Shells on waves, then you're not going to get that CS, and you're going to let them get control back over the lane.
I still don't think Shadow Demon should be in this lane though, and I also don't know why Shadow Demon has 2 levels in the Disruption. That's really uncommon. You don't see 2 levels in Disruption. I I don't think that was a good move. He's got no levels with Soul Catcher, and that's the one he should want. That's the one he really wants, actually. But disruption on top of Darks here, but Anti-Mage cannot do anything here. Took way too much damage from the tower.
Many wounds.
You know, we just had a discussion about this in the last game, about how we see so many Shadow Demons not picking up Soul Catcher and not maxing it out first, and this is just a typical example of exactly what I'm talking about. You know, the normal meta is you go 1 level disruption, maxing out your Soul Catcher, maybe you get a couple of points of Shadow Poison before you max out your Soul Catcher, but you still get Soul Catcher as your second pick.
Yeah, on one hand, he is kind of just pulling a lot. So I see where Shadow Poison comes in. If you're pulling a lot, Shadow Poison is kind of useful. Otherwise, you know, there's still no reason to get 2 levels of disruption over 1 in Soul Catcher.
Oh, meanwhile, I completely
holy wow,
missed that.
fuck.
I completely missed that, completely not paying any attention whatsoever, focusing too much on heroes who are not doing anything. And we see a rotation from Puck, which results in a double kill for Omni. Omni playing the Windrunner there, and that's good news for KT, because they are a little bit behind.
They definitely needed that. That was very good. Good rotations from Puck, and this is what a Puck with the Dream Coil can do for your team. Double kill.
Yeah, and I think SA need to be a bit more careful now. I think that they're now sort of entering almost entering the next stage of the game in terms of the phases.
Oh, here we go. Omni actually wants to kill Nature's Prophet right now. Nature's Prophet knows what's going on, and he's gonna speedily run his Nature legs out of there.
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, more problems for Darkseer, more mana burn, but he does pick up that Soul Ring. And a Sunstrike. Is this going to hit? It just misses that Shadow Gem, and that would have been a great play there for the Invoker, but he just can't get the timing right on that Sunstrike. And he's going to get picked off here with a Shackle and a Borb, and they're just going to right-click him down. That's the waste of a Dream Core, really. But that's okay.
Yeah, it was a waste of a Dream Core.
They've picked up the kill, and Puck just doing what Puck does, dominating the mid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is kind of why you don't see Invoker anymore. He's too weak in that mid. He doesn't offer enough in that mid. You know, Sunstrike. I can see why this might have been a good build. You have a Nature's Prophet, you have a Bane, you have a Chaos Knight that can set up a Sunstrike for you, but it just hasn't happened. I haven't seen any combo plays from this Invoker with the Sunstrike.
That is for certain.
Because there have been initiations, and in fact, if they know they got the Sunstrike, I'm surprised they're not initiating more often. They should be initiating more often, because Sunstrike's a guaranteed hit if you got a Bane. It's a guaranteed hit if you got a CK, Bane, or Nature's Prophet, and you got 3 of those.
Yeah, it's just the level of coordination that do need. Communication needs to be lifted a little bit between them about as to what they're actually going to hit, because, you know, you're right. The Ring of Trees is definitely going to be or more than enough to make sure that Sunstrike hits. And we do see some damage going down in the middle onto Puck. He is going to get away though. He's got a tree. He's got that living armor, which some people call BS on, but he does get that living armor. He does get away, and that's, you know, he's not doing well. He's doing well for CS though. Look at his CS. It's 38. It's 38, but he's died, and that's the problem.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that's kind of like the consolation, but it's kind of what happens when you have an Exalt Invoker. You do get a lot of base damage. So that's good, but yeah, you have died already, so that's not good.
Anyway, in the bottom lane, we saw exactly what I was expecting to see. We saw a disruption, and then followed by a disruption, we saw the anti-mage just cleaning up that Darkseer, having no mana to escape because he'd already been harassed by...
Mana Void does the trick.
Yeah. Already been harassed, so that's a good combination there in terms of being able to do what they want to do, in terms of being able to pick off those kills, and that's why I think he's good there, because he is pulling, he is stacking,
Bane just nightmared himself.
There might have been a misclick.
Bane nightmares himself. Well, I mean, he should have nightmared Windrunner. It was initiation from KC on the top lane on top of Chaos Knight. Bane kind of standing by, panicked a little bit, and then nightmared himself before, you know, they basically just secured his own death. Which is exactly what happened.
Maybe a bit of pressure getting to the SA team after this good start. They're now starting to suffer slightly.
Bottom T1's gone.
Yeah. No, it might be denied. It might be denied. It is going to be denied. In fact, he tries to surge away. No, they don't.
There's no deny. There's no deny.
But it doesn't matter. This is yet again another dead Darkseer, and that's what I was expecting to see with this combo of the two guys in the bottom lane. They can work really well.
Treant made a mistake there. He shouldn't have healed Anti-Mage. He should have healed the tower to stop it from being destroyed. You know, the power of Treant is that you can allow your towers to survive, like, almost indefinitely. You know, you shouldn't be losing towers as Treant because, you know, that's one less tower you could be healing now. That's map control that you're losing, and it's actually given SA a bit of room to work with because tower gold, you can't underestimate tower gold. It's definitely useful.
Oh, we see a good shackle going down, followed by an orb, and a silence, and a dream coil. That's another dead invoker, if I'm not mistaken. Although he puts down a lot of right-clicking onto him, and there's a sunstrike, and it does get him, and it is a complete trade. Oh, and it might be a 2-for-1. It may be a 2-for-1. This Windrunner going the wrong way, but the creeps block.
Nature's Prophet needs a TP. Why is there no TP from Nature's Prophet? This is where Nature's Prophet needs to come in. You know, there's a reason why you pick Nature's Prophet. He's got a global TP. He can counter-initiate. He can initiate. He can just go anywhere he wants, but no TP usage. Nothing coming up from the Nature's Prophet. He just wants to farm.
Well,
bad mistake. Bad call.
They've got 2 DCs. They could potentially pick up on this now if they are actually paying attention to the game. That Forged Spirit got body blocked by the creeps and couldn't finish off the fleeing Omni, who's on the Windrunner. If they do TP into this high ground here, they can pick off this Windrunner, although he does have Windrun up. But if you trap him with those trees, you should be able to secure that kill.
Yeah, they really got to go for it, you know. He's got to really go for it, so... He needs to realize that it's there. He needs to realize that he can go, but he should, because the Forged Spirit's still there. Invoker's Forged Spirit's still chasing. All Prophet needs to do is TP in there. You know, if only he had a bit more mana for the Sprout. That's what he's really missing. But he should have TP'd in on that mid. As soon as Invoker got initiated on, it should have been a TP from Prophet straight away. No mucking about, no waiting.
You know, I think it just comes down to like that high level of coordination and teamwork you need from your teammates. They're not. This Nature's is obviously not aware of what's going on in the map, and if you're not aware, it means 2 things: you don't have good map global map awareness, but 2, your teammates aren't calling out when they need that help as well, and that's what's lacking here for this Nature's Prophet to get into where they want it to be in. You know, in terms of where they want him to be.
Missing top.
The co-caster going very, very silent there, hopefully.
No, no. Yeah.
Yeah, we
I just had to think about that for a second.
we
Missed
just
Shackle from Windrunner, good attempt though.
yeah we see Windrunner's going for the mechanism, which is going to free up the tree a little bit to go straight into possibly a Heaven's Halberd or a pipe, which would be good if the game goes that long. At the moment, he's obviously sitting at the lowest net values, which is what you expect to see with a tree. The highest, definitely though, going to the anti-mage, and he's almost completed this Battle Fury. In fact, he's virtually got it. All he needs is.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten it earlier. He must have been missing last hits because he's got the kill. He had an early kill. You know, he's had a solo lane. He really should be doing. I think he should have had it by now. 13 minutes should have been fairly standard for this guy, considering he's got a kill as well.
In any case, he's going to be picking up the Battlefield very, very soon. Shadow Demon.
Oh, Nature's Prophet though, top jungle.
Mega kill.
Invoker as well. Look at that tree, and he can't cast any spells. Cold Snap away.
He has to ult to try and escape, but there is a pick off there by KCS2. They're looking to also probably get one of these other 2. There's a Dream Coil catching them so they can escape, but Omni's sort of just hanging around. One of them's going to get picked off. One of them is definitely going to get picked off by Nightmare. Oh, and there's a Reality Rift. Nice Reality Rift. And there's a Fiend's Grip. Silence being used to try and save him. Can they right-click him? Windrunner having no mana. He gets picked up with a stun. Oh, and this is going to be disastrous because he's only got just enough mana for this one orb. He can't get away after this. If they could just lock him down one more time. Oh, he's got Bottle Charge and a staff.
One more surge.
No, he gets away.
Oh, I don't know why Darkseer is self-surging though. He needs to be surging. He needs to be surging the Nature's Prophet. He needs to be surging Bane. He needs to be surging anybody but himself at this stage.
there's a lot of tour throwing going through here. Bane almost going out, but that was definitely in the favour of SA. They lost the Nature's Prophet on early, didn't lose anyone else, and they managed to pick off 2 heroes. So the good job for them and being able to sort of react very quickly to the Natures being in trouble. It's odd that they can when the Natures gets jumped, they all act very quickly, but when someone else gets jumped, there's no reaction at all. So you know, the team looking for this Natures to be the late game farm carry.
Anti-Mage still got that solo lane. He's having a good time. 15 minutes on the battlefield. It's not bad. It's okay. I think he could have made 13 minutes if he hit more last hits, but yeah, it's okay. I think he can actually fight this. I honestly, no. I was gonna say he could have fought this Invoker, but the spirits are actually doing too much damage, so no, he's gonna back out of there.
Yeah, we see a lot of rotation now from the Invoker, and from not so much from anyone else.
Gets hit by the tail of that Prophet ulti, so he must know that there's something going to. There's a bit of vision that just got caught on top of him. No actual ward. He might suspect a ward now, but there wasn't actually a ward there. He just got caught by the tail end of that Prophet ulti from the Invoker vision, I believe.
Dyer's middle tower is not what it used to be.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's sort of going to be culminating in the top lane area here with both Invoker and Darkseer rotating through the middle. No, they're trying to chase down Puck. But here comes the cavalry. They're coming to save the day. There's a silence. There's a dream coil.
No,
and this is going to result.
Shackle.
And this is going to result in 2 dead heroes in exchange for none. Well played there by TK. Good save. Good backup from the supports coming in when Puck needed them to.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack. Dyer's structures are.
Those are the pickups they need, and those are the pickups that they got. Chaos Knight, where are you going?
Oh wow!
A little bit too casual with that power shot. Should have waited a bit.
It would still be
But it doesn't matter, Puck. It looks like he's going to try and pick this off. He just needs to throw an orb down, and he's going to get
yourself in.
Boom! Right now,
Bam,
and no,
do it.
it doesn't.
No.
Decides not to commit. They decide instead they're going to get this Natures, and this is where the game is definitely turning in TK's favor. I think now they're going to make this Dire they're going to punish this Dire. They're going to punish SA for these losses in the mid, and they're going to push this mid tower. Rambling a little bit.
bottom tower is under attack.
All the meanwhile, Anti-Mage farming bottom. He's having a good time. Like he's been uncontested bottom. Shadow Demon getting initiated on 2 seconds stun. Anti-Mage is going to have to come back for the self-disruption. Oh, Anti-Mage can't stay in this fight.
And in fact, he's looking to TP out. Look, this combination of Chaos Knight and Darkseer just too much for him, and that's okay. Although he did try to save SD. Unfortunately, there's nothing I don't think he could have done to do that, given there was so much.
I do want to mention though that KT could be slightly better with their coordination. I'm noticing that they're not using their abilities. They're kind of timing their abilities wrong. They kind of just, they have a lot of disables, and we saw in that last fight there was a Dream Coil. Going into the shackle latch, and I think Trent could have probably waited a little bit before he used the ulti. Is a bit premature, and then on top of that we saw the initiation on the Chaos Knight. Disruption on the Chaos Knight, and Windrunner threw down a power shot. So, maybe miscommunication, but they're just not being as efficient as they could be with their abilities, and that's just a bit of nitpicking, but that's something that they should be working on.
Man, we could see this Anti-Mage, his net worth, as well as Windrunner's net worth, just being so high in comparison to those on the Dire team. And in fact, this Natures, who should be their sort of heavy late game carry, is sitting at more than half.
Oh, the Chaos Knight rather.
Both of them sitting at more than less than half of what
Much like cordwood before
the Anti-Mage or even the Windrunner
Shadow
have
Demon
got.
once again, and Puck out of position. And these are the kind of pickings that SA need to sort of gain position back in this game. They've sort of lost a bit of positioning, but they still got power. They have momentum that they can rebuild if they continue getting these picks.
its middle tower is under attack.
There's going to be a tower trade mid for top.
Dyer's top tower has fallen, attacks. Radiant
Chaos Knight will pick that one up. Easy, easy.
There are some TVs though coming in. This just seems to be everybody kind of avoiding combat or not really looking for kills as they were earlier on. Everyone's playing a little slightly more cautiously because they can't see the graphs that we can see. And to them, it just looks like a 14-10 game. And with that last loss of Puck and Shadow Demon, that KT's lineup is starting to play. Their players are starting to play slightly more defensively, slightly more cautiously, as opposed to earlier on when they were just diving where they felt they were going to get kills.
Now both teams are going back to farming. I think this is actually a mistake because Anti-Mage is the one that's farming really hard right now. And his farm's going to explode pretty soon. You're going to see a lot of items come out from this guy in not a lot of time. It's really up to SA to make the move right now. They have to decide where they want to take this game. Actually, Puck decides. Puck wants to go on right now. But, whoa, silence! No nightmare for you! Rotations coming through. Power shot won't hit. I don't know why Bane didn't just silence straight away. Omni Knight's, sorry, not Omni Knight. Omni has been caught out. So is Shadow Demon.
Oh wow, Shadow Demon going down. This, in fact, is not going to work out well for KT. They're looking to try and escape. Can they turn this around and convert it, or can they at least get away? Because it looks like SA is hungry for blood. They're really hungry for blood. They're going in.
Reality rift. Just can't get the reality.
And there's a sunstrike there, and that's what. And the wind run actually shakes off a lot of the damage from that sunstrike. Tree ult coming in, followed by a good follow through from Puck, and they turn this around. They convert it into 2 kills, if not a 3rd kill, with the help of this anti-mage who's now farmed and has a Yasha. And these guys are like on the back foot. They're running, and this is being cleaned out by anti-mage. Nothing that they can do. This is going to be a tier 2 tower, and now SA feeling like they're way on the back foot when they felt like they were much closer than.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
They felt it was much closer than it
I just
actually
want
is.
to mention, in that last fight, that Bane Elemental did not use any abilities. No Feeble, no Brain Sap, no Nightmare, no Fiend's Grip. Nothing was used at all, and then he got silenced and died straight away. You know, Treant used Overgrowth, so you're all entangled, but guess what? You can still cast spells. So cast spells, Bane needed to cast a lot of spells there. Was Darkseer alive? I couldn't remember, but even if you get entangled, you've got a lot of spellcasters on your team. That means you do need to actually cast spells while you're entangled, or else you just sit there and die.
Radiant's top tower is under
And you know, random trio.
He just used all Overgrowth again for no particular reason.
Yeah, Anti-Mage now feeling so confident in his ability to farm. He's just, as you said, he's rocking around, picking up the farm inside the Dire jungle. He's just and those items are just gonna flow out. You can see he's now finished his Manta Star, and that is gonna be basically the final nail on the coffin as far as I'm concerned. That pushing power that's gonna come out of that Anti-Mage is gonna be ridiculous, as well as that team fight with those illusions.
Yeah, but as soon as he gets his Manta, he pretty much can just teamfight right now. I'm pretty sure he can just teamfight straight after this. He's got the Manta pick up right now on the courier, on his way. Shadow Demon actually got picked up here. Shadow Demon disrupted himself. 2-second stun, and Voka's also here to help. Trying to get him out of here.
Nice vacuum and a shackle. But unfortunately, they're staggering in. The Puck coming around a little bit late. There's a Dream Call. There's no follow-up. But here comes the Anti-Mage to clean up on aisle 4. And it's a mop-up. He gets everyone.
The cost of magic.
Great play there by KT. You know, they.
Whole time Treant wanted to use the Overgrowth, but it was on cooldown because he'd wasted it earlier in the top jungle. He was like, oh, I really want to ulti right now. There's like 4 people, but I can't because it's on cooldown because I used it earlier for no reason.
Yeah, that happens, you know, and that's the shame. That really is a shame. We can't afford to make those kinds of mistakes when it was so close. And I was, you know, I thought that SA had a very good chance of the way they were playing in the early game. I said, and I even said, "Where's this team come from?" Because they're not even resembling what they looked like in the previous game. You know, they were actually playing very, very well. But now they're just this anti-mage free farm is just proving to be too much, along with a good plays from this puck and just not enough coordination with the Invoker Sunstrike. It's all adding up.
Initiation though. What will we see here? They finally the Fiend's Grip on the Anti-Mage. That's the one they wanted. But Entangle gets on 4 heroes and Anti-Mage going to town on these heroes.
Yeah, and
Oh, double kill.
it's going to be a triple kill. I'm feeling a triple kill just right now. If he can, yeah. No, he's saved. No,
Oh,
puck.
recoil. Yep.
Unstoppable!
Yeah, that's going to be the rack. That's going to be.
GG right here, I think.
No, this will be Rax. It may not be
Should
GG.
be.
They may still feel they have a chance in it because it's only
Oh, they
26.
can finish it. They can finish it.
Dyer's
They should just finish it right here. Rex top and then finish the game is what I think they should be able to do.
top
And I think they want
That's
to do
definitely
that.
on the cards for them.
Yeah, if they're going to get this tower, I don't know if they're going to get this Rax. Well, they're gonna try, and if they get this, it's going to be much more difficult.
Oh, no,
but
no,
Dyer's top tower is
Chaos Knight can't do anything here. Neither can Prophet. Neither can Darkseer right now. Barrack's already gone. Oh, he wants to go in, but is this a smart move?
misery.
Blinks his way out of there. Melee Rex is down.
yeah, and I think this.
Chaos Knight's trying to find someone to reality rift. But
If they can pull off here, they have to be very, very conservative because if they get killed here, it definitely is GG because they needed to play conservatively and they're getting picked off. There's so much damage from the anti-mage coming out. He's going to pick up a second. Is this a tree ult? It is a tree ult. It's going to be a third, if not a fourth hero. This is GG. This is everyone getting wiped, if I'm not mistaken. And they're pursuing. No, there's a fourth stuff. One or two guys are going to escape. They will get one of them. Yeah.
Oh,
Nightmares!
Self-nightmare.
And yeah, that's GG. That's definitely GG now. Any chance they had in terms of turning it around, being thrown away by that careless, basically push out at the top racks to kind of scare them off. They should have just cleaned up and looked to play more conservatively. But instead, I see this so often, time and time again. Yeah, they're on the back foot, but instead of playing defensively, even though they're losing a racks, they try and go for the kills, and they're punished for it. They're now being well farmed almost.
4-second stun for CK, and he's finally turned his armlet on. He's still got 15 charges on his wand. He hasn't used any yet. Hasn't used any drum charges yet. There you go, drum charge number 1 being used here. Will there be a surge coming through from Darkseer? He needs to use it on somebody. Chaos Knight will be your target. Boom, a critical strike on top of Windrunner. That's a kill for you.
But it is the consolation prize. They pick up 1 kill, having lost so many heroes and the top racks here. They're not going to GG just yet, though. It looks like they're looking for one more team fight.
Ooh, look at Anti-Mage's items right now.
He's got a Divine Rapier. This could be the throw of the game if they do manage to secure this anti-mage. But he's going to pop that Manta Style, and their whole team's going to be absolutely devastated by illusions.
Let me tell you, you know, if he gets his, get the Aegis, pick up this Roche, and you're fine. Don't pick up this Roche, you might lose your Rapier, and if it goes into the hands of, say, either Prophet or CK, especially Prophet. Prophet's got the Shadow Blade. He's actually the scariest one to pick up a Divine at this moment if he gets a Divine. To be honest, there's enough shutdown on SA to kill the Anti-Mage, and if Anti-Mage gets called out, that's you know, that's a big throw because this is Divine Rapier we're talking about. That's nothing to joke about. So I'm surprised there's no Roche pickup. Where's the Roche? Why aren't they going for this Roche? They know they need it.
It looks like they're trying to do that now. It looks like they're positioning to try and do a Roche, but they know they're around, and they don't want to get caught on the Roche pit with that Divine Rapier for the exact same reason. They want to get comfortable team kill first, and then probably get a Roche. And once these guys see that there is,
Shackle.
here comes the Divine Rapier anti-mage. He jumps in. There's the Dream Coil, and everybody's getting caught out.
Dream Coil.
Everyone's getting caught out. Anti-Mage is cleaning up. They're going to see this. They're going to see this Divine Rapier, and I believe this is where we'll see the GG now.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, by the time they see it, it's too late already. You see the Divine Rapier coming, but before you can react to it, you get two-shot by it, so it whacks you in the face quicker than you can react. Hello, Divine Rapier, and then goodbye world straight away.
Yeah, they should just push this now and end it. There's no reason why KT can't just end this right here.
Dyer's middle tower is
Oh, and look at that tower melt. Divine Rapier, and you know, your illusions kind of get a percentage of that damage as well.
middle tower has fallen. That's what Radiant's middle tower is.
We see all.
Anti-Mage, he wants to test this thing out.
Yeah.
He's got to test the Divine Rapier out. He wants to see what kind of damage he can do.
But he's applying it to the
Where
right.
is he? He's going for Rex.
Yeah, he's playing the smart game. He's looking to keep away from that team fight. Take the racks, jump on when everyone's really low, and just
No,
polish
he
them
should be
off.
right in there.
No, I think he's played smart. Take the racks when you can. He hasn't got that Aegis, as
Let
you
his
said.
teammate die.
Yeah.
Oh, Nature's Prophet. Didn't predict that one.
And this is the bottom racks. This is mega creeps. I don't see them stopping this. Although they've got all the utility in the world, they can't stop this anti-mage with the. Oh, look at that! He just right clicks somebody and they die.
My
They
God.
right click to kill is basically all he needs to do.
Rampage.
Yeah. First rampage of the event. It goes to the second rampage of the event. It goes to
Oh,
anti-mage. Yeah, I was gonna say a sniper.
Did KT run the? KT ran the sniper, didn't they?
They did run that sniper.
Under attack.
So they have both of the rampages so far.
Yeah, Team Rampage doing it what we expected. That game sort of petering off at the little end in terms of expectations because this anti-mage just really sort of snowballed out of control. GG called, and the next round being in a couple of hours, so we've got a good break for those guys who are following us all the way through. Want to thank you guys for your support, and again, thanks Avril for helping us with the casting. You know, he definitely adds to the game, and without him, this would be a much shorter, much less entertaining affair just listening to me drone on about stuff. You can see on your screen there's an ad there for the event I'm going to next week in Australia. That's why I'm not doing Pool C or D. I'm trying to find someone to fill those in at present, but not having very much success. I will be at that event. If you're in Melbourne, go along to that. You can see there's a plug in there for D2NZ. D2NZ, this is an unsanctioned cast of their event. They hate me at present for reasons that they can describe, but you can still go along and support them because the work they are doing is good work. Go to www.facebook.com/Dota2 New Zealand. Put the like. More likes they get, the more sponsors they can get. And that was me. If you like my casts, or if you like what I'm doing with the people that I'm doing it with, hit follow, hit subscribe, give me your support. It's much appreciated.